Let's talk about this right here. A fitness tracker, a smartwatch, a GPS device, you name it. They're everywhere. Heck, even my elderly parents and in-laws have them to track their steps every day. And we get a lot of use out of them. But I got a question for you. Can a watch really make you healthier? Or is it just a fancy distraction? Before we get going, let me ask this question. Do you wear one of these? Could be a ring, could be a strap, a watch, an Apple Watch. They've got a myriad of different fitness trackers you could wear. Do you wear one? Let me know what kind in the comments below. I'm curious. I've been wearing a Garmin for about 8 years. They're tremendous. Before we get too deep, let's do a little bit of a history lesson. Back in the 80s and 90s, there were these things called pedometers. Yes, I'm old enough to remember them. I didn't have a pedometer, but I remember when heart rate monitors came out too. They could actually track your heart rate, and they were game changers. Then in the early 2000s, a company called Garmin, which was first known for its navigation devices, GPS navigation, came out with this right here. They were able to figure out how to connect that to the satellites above and literally track your every step. It was mind-blowing to the fitness community. In the 2010s, not all that long ago, but yet 15 years ago, Apple came out with the Apple Watch, and that revolutionized things. Had health trackers in them, you could close your rings, and it really exploded the market. And now with AI-enhanced technology, these things track your heart rate, your sleep patterns, your, good Lord, what do they track? Your workouts, what kind of workout you get. It'll tell you anything from strained to productive and anything in between. With the AI-enhanced technology now, it literally tracks everything. It's pretty fantastic technology. But let's be real. Is it helping? By the way, if you like what's going on in this video, why don't you do me a solid? Subscribe. Maybe give me a thumbs up. I'd like to be friends. Can't hurt, right? Anyway, back to the topic at hand, smartwatches. The biggest advantage for these I've seen, especially when I first started in my fitness journey, was it was a way for me to track my runs. I could see how far I ran. I could see the paces at which I ran. It even tracked the elevation that I ran. So I could see my heart rate go up as I went uphill and come down as I went downhill. It was a really cool thing. It was motivation. Then when I started getting a little bit deeper and training for longer races, it was a way for me to track my progress through my speed runs, through my tempo runs, etc., etc. It was a way to track how I was progressing and getting better. It was huge motivation. And that was really, really big for me as a newbie when I was just getting going. I needed that accountability. I needed that motivation. And that's a big benefit to having some sort of fitness tracker. The challenge is they're not always 100% accurate. This right here has 3 little lights that I don't know how it works. I'm no technology guy, but supposedly can track my heart rate through the blood pulsing through my veins or some crazy technology like that. But even Garmin says their heart rate monitor is not 100% accurate. Heck, even their GPS is not 100% accurate. The reason I know that is very early on when I started wearing one, I would do a workout on our local high school track. And a track is 400 meters around. This was set up in meters. And for one reason or another, it would go on, or it would beep, I don't know, 10 to 15 meters before the finish line or 5 to 10 meters after the finish line. So that told me that it had a margin of error of anywhere from 30 to 40, 50 meters, which is not 100% accurate, which can be a little bit of troubling if you're trying to track your mile time or something like that, or even your heart rate. So the difficulty is they're not accurate. So Jim, why are we talking about this? Well, let me tell you. I like to look at the sleep metrics. This is going to sound a little weird, but wearing this thing on my watch at night, okay, I can wake up in the morning and Garmin will tell me what my sleep score was. What the heck does that matter? Well, sleep is one of the best ways to recover. It doesn't matter what you're doing, not doing, sleep is important. It's just like rebooting your computer. When your computer's not working well, you shut it down, you let it sit for a minute or two, you turn it back on, and poof, it's running like a champ. We're the same way, except instead of a minute or two, we need like 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So sleep is really important to me. So I look at the metrics on my sleep every day just to see. Now here's what happened. Last night, I had one of the best night's sleep I've had in a really long time. I was like, oh wow, did I sleep soundly? I had some wild and wacky dreams. I could remember them the next morning, so I knew I had a good night's sleep. So I couldn't wait to see my score. Pulled it up, 51. Poor. And then I read the little synopsis. You slept long enough, but not well enough. So you might be a little tired today. And that got me thinking. If I listened to that, I would be looking to be tired. Sometimes I've had where it said, you didn't sleep long enough nor well enough, so you might feel a little bit more stressed today. Now let me ask you a question. Legit, how many of you, by a raise of hands, or more importantly, by a thumbs up in the comments, or should I say thumbs down in the comments, how many of you want to start your day with, guess what? You didn't sleep good, you're going to be stressed today. Not me. So what I've learned in my years of wearing this, like I said, it's been 6 or 8 years. What I've learned is it's a really cool tool, but it's not black and white. It's very, very gray. I use it as an accurate depiction of how many steps I take every day, or relatively accurate. I use it as relatively accurate mile times when I run multiple miles. I use it as a curiosity tool of, oh, hey, look, I got 7 hours and 34 minutes of sleep last night. But here's what I really pay attention to. How do I feel? This morning, I felt freaking fantastic. I knew I had a good night's sleep. To heck with the technology. It can't always be trusted. And I'm going to have a great day because of it. If you're relying on a ring, a strap, a Fitbit, something like this, for your fitness self-image, if you will, it's going to let you down. It has no nuance. In fact, what it's measuring, a heart rate in a wrist, come on kids, what it's measuring is not 100% accurate. I'm sure in time, they're going to get a lot better and be a lot more accurate. And heck, compared to when I was a kid and they had this big clunky thing that they strapped on you to track your heart rate, they're pretty fantastic. They're awesome. But what I want to stress to you is don't get so caught up in the metrics and the numbers, you forget to ask yourself, how do I feel today? Because really, the question was, can a watch make you healthier? No, a watch can't make you healthier. It can help you on your health journey. It can help you monitor what you're doing, but it's not going to make you healthier. Only you can make you healthier. This is your health journey. And the most important thing I can stress to you is don't chase numbers. Don't chase a number on a watch. Don't chase a number on a scale. Everything in life has ups and downs. And you got to recognize that. But if you're moving in the right direction, even though it's up and down, you're making progress and you're getting healthier. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, I look different. I look a little better than I did last week or last month. You're getting healthier. The number one thing in life is to feel good, is to love yourself, and strive to get better every single day. So, if you're tracking your health, let me know. I want to know how many folks out there are really looking at their sleep metrics, steps a day, maybe heart rate variability, whatever you're looking at. I track all that stuff, but I don't live and die by it. So jump in the conversation. Let me know what you use to track your stuff, what you found works well, what you found is a little bit of a challenge. Because I want to learn more and I want to share more. So if you're still here, thanks for sticking around. And if you want to learn a little bit more about me, here's how I went from 260 pounds to 180.